President Trump is name-checking Chicago, calling for more mass deportations right here. As immigration raids and arrests pick up in frequency under pressure from the White House, protesters are increasingly intervening. In an interview with the I-Team this afternoon, the director of Chicago's ICE field office insists migrants with criminal records are still the primary target, and protesters, he says, could be prosecuted if they interfere.
Thankfully, we live in America, that we have that right to be able to protest. But what is unfortunate when it kind of crosses that line, when people are trying to impede what our officers are doing, and even going to the point where they're assaulting our officers, I mean, there really isn't a place for that. Our officers are law enforcement officers. They're making arrests based upon probable cause of somebody being here illegally, right? And so they're out there just doing their job, and protesters sometimes have impeded that. And if somebody does impede, or especially if they would try to lay hands on an officer, then we can arrest for those charges as well, right? There are federal criminal charges for that.
In a social media post over the weekend, I'm sure you're aware, the president called for more mass deportations, and he specifically called out Chicago among some of the country's largest cities. So are your agents going to be arresting and detaining more people because of that?
We're out there every day now, 7 days a week. We have officers from ICE, we have officers from the Department of Justice agencies out there arresting people. So as he said that this is going to be increased, we are doing that every day.
Have your agents been asked to arrest more people?
We ask them to, arrest those that they can daily, right? We're, especially in Illinois, right? We usually are going after people that we've targeted for arrest for some reason. But if we're out there and we encounter somebody who we may not target, but who is, amenable to removal, who's here illegally and has kind of bars to removal, we will arrest those as well. Our mandate is to be out there every day targeting those people that are here illegally and trying to arrest them and then ultimately removing them from the United States.
Have you been given a quota of number of people to arrest?
I don't know if I would call it a quota, right? We have things that we want to do, right? We have officers that we want to go and say hey, we're going to go out and try to arrest these people.
So when your teams deploy every day, are they out there looking for specific people, or are they free range roaming, looking for people who might be here illegally?
No, we're here conducting targeted enforcement still. Unfortunately, we have a lot of targets here in the Chicago area to look for. We don't have a shortage of targets, and so when people are out there looking, they're looking for a specific target.
Nationwide ICE data shows agents have arrested more than 78,000 people since February, but we don't know how many of those arrests have happened here in the Chicago area because the Trump administration has not ever released more localized arrest numbers, but we do know they want those numbers to increase.
You paused for a second when you asked about the quota, but there was not a specific number that they're going after.
Not one that we could get them to answer.